What is up, my friends? We're going to walk through top 3 skills, matching armor sets, and where you want to be focusing your armor for our good old friend Magik here. So first things first, you got to check what those top 3 skills are. I have no modifiers on those ones currently. And again, if you haven't watched any of my videos on this, the number one damage stat, even if it's like a weird cast, still does the most total damage to a boss, which gets you through boss fights, gets your character leveled up faster, makes it so you can play the end game more efficiently. Total damage is basically how the game runs. There are very little benefits for, like just applying a status debuff. If that were the case, Star-Lord would be a much more playable character, and he's just very much not in the end game. So with all of that said, so some other people will say, like, okay, you need to look at the damage delta based as like a percentage of the cooldown and required stamina. I disagree with that. I don't think you need to worry about any of those things. I think you just need to look at total damage. And you can, especially if you're manualing a later boss fight like Maestro, Ares, Laufey, you can kind of gauge these all on your own. There basically is a pretty straight and direct linkage between total damage and cooldown and stamina throughout the game. So, like, losing a lot of sleep over that is really not that big of a deal. Now, I will note that 2 of these are soul swords. So we're going to be factoring that into our final build. Legion of Demons, I think, is mostly on the summons, and that let's see, the Demon Hand will also be here. So, high guard breaks off of these ones for some of these attacks, but not a ton of damage on the Legion of Demons. Like, this is helpful. I think that this will go up. Let's just see if we applies damage. Okay, nope. So the damage transfer is a set percentage, so not going to lose a lot of sleep over not upgrading this one. Total damage, though, does go up, and that looks like it's about it. Increases damage received by 20 seconds for 6 seconds. Burn is pretty helpful for that, so that one could be kind of helpful just as a debuff. But again, not losing a lot of sleep over those ones. That just when you are upgrading the base level of the attack, you need to look at what it's giving you. So again, for these ones, I would think about it if this was giving me other stats, but it's not. It's merely okay. I want to do. Yeah, sure, change. Just let me look at it while I'm upgrading it, please. See, applies the base attack. Doesn't change the summon duration. None of those things changes. So it's just changing the attack base. And for all the other attacks, it's only going to be the attack base change. And the higher it is, the higher the percent. So, like, look here. This one's a little higher. We'll do this just to show you. This goes up by, if I can do math quickly, 68%. And this one goes up by 60%. So, that goes up more. The degree of increase is higher, is directly correlated, rather, to the base percentage. So that's why I always recommend to people, if you're going to build an armor set, build armor that will give you the greatest possible gains. So we are looking for Summon Limbo Hydra. Triple Hydra Impact is the skill mastery, but the skill is called Summon Limbo Hydra. That's what we're looking for in our armor skills, and then we could also go for Soul Slash and Arcane Sword. So coming into collections, this is the best place to come do this. And then it'll default to whatever character you're playing as. You can click down here to see all of them, but this is just defaulting to her. So modern, looks like it's going to give you base attack skill, lame. New Stark City gives you ultimate skill. Now for her, New Stark City is actually kind of attractive. Her ultimate is so powerful, and being able to increase your damage dealt, We'll walk you back through this just to show you. But you increase her damage dealt on the initial blast. You also increase the HP recovery, and then you also decrease long range damage. So you're getting like defense buff, total damage on initial impact is all. I think it also increases all of the skills, even though it doesn't show them here. So you're getting like a lot of traction off of that. So very similar to Captain Marvel, the New Stark City, it actually, while it, for most characters is like, yeah, don't bother, for her, it's really worth thinking about. So New Stark City is one you should definitely keep on your short list. It looks pretty cool, I think, but that might just be me. Soul Sword, so Xanderth is the other target. And I also have to say this, a lot of like Black Widow, I think Iron Man too, I have to go back and double check, but a lot of them are Midgardia, and you can't get Midgardia off of Spec Ops. So, and I have only ever pulled one regional piece, and I think it was a New Stark City piece for Black Widow off of costume drops on my Black Friday drops video. So go watch that if you haven't seen it. Ileana the Glorious, Dark Magic class skill level. Dark Magic is probably like the least good, the least worth upgrading, just because it is just again, it's only increasing the base attack, and the base attack is only going up by a very small amount. Sakaar is going to give you Legion of Demons though. So that's the main Hydra attack. So Sakaar could kind of be like your very top attack if you just wanted to increase that one, but the other two attacks are not as useful. So I would recommend New Stark City or Xanderth. Also, like the cast times and the AoE of the Soul Swords are pretty good. So I feel like you actually get some good flexibility there. You just want to focus on getting some defense built. Note that she's getting Defense Pierce as the thing that Marvel feels like she needs, so just take that for whatever it may be. So Limbo Hydra summon skill is Mystic Arcana. So that's the first one. Then we want to look for our Soul Swords. Don't care about that. Nope, don't care about that. And then Hydra Empire is like tucked down here. Okay, so you do get Soul Swords off of Hydra Empire as well as Xanderth. So you have like two options for Soul Swords. Let's check if the and you get crit rate off of Hydra. So actually Hydra might be the one you really want to go for. Defense Pierce is fine, but I think that like having a base at crit rate the same as your Defense Pierce. It's easier to get cards for Defense Pierce than it is to get Omega cards for crit rate. Crit damage, different story. Crit rate, on the other hand, pretty hard to get. So that's something we'll definitely want to keep in mind. So Hydra Empire, certainly one worth thinking about. Dark Domain, Dark Magic class, don't care about that. Heroic Age, Demonic Hand Summon skill, pretty lame if I'm being honest. She also has like 7 sets in some and 10 sets in others. I don't know why that is. I think they just like added some new coloration for her. I guess they just had more costumes from other games, most likely, that they really wanted to replicate here. For Future Evolution being a really good example of that. Dark Magic class. Did they really not give us Soul Sword attacks? I mean, maybe they'll be rolling out some more. I don't think so. I think they really shortchanged us here. So Mystic Arcana is what we'll be going for. Looks like we've gotten some drops of that. Now for specialty costumes, I usually don't even bother mentioning these, but I'll just walk you through. Dark Magic is not great, so Savage Shadowland it's not great. So the Dark Magic class are like a lot of the pool summons, the stuns, which are all great, but you're not increasing the debuff accuracy by upgrading those skills. You're only increasing the attack chance. So not worth investing in. I mean, go get this if you like the cosmetic, but you're going to be spending a whole bunch of money to try to get a complete set anyway, so I would not lose sleep over that. If If you do somehow get lucky enough to pull like a Steampunk Rise of the East or Eyes of Osiris, note that these ones do double. So this one gives you Legion of Demons and Limbo Hydra. And I actually think that this is like her coolest looking costume personally, the Eyes of Osiris. So this one gets you a plus 12 to Limbo Hydra summon skill. So again, that's our highest base attack. So this is a pretty stellar piece of armor. Rise of the East, Dark Magic, and Hunter in the Dark, meh, don't worry about it. Soul Sword and Arcane Sword, those would both be pretty good. So Steampunk would also be a good option, but I think Eyes of Osiris is really where this is at. Whew, that's a lot of details, but I hope that was helpful to you guys in seeing which costumes are best, why they're best, and how you can make use of those. I'm going to go and make myself some breakfast. Until next time, friends, good luck out there. Have some fun. Enjoy playing Magik. Post in the comments what you're thinking about her. Tell me what I should be doing for a new video, and keep on gaming.